Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mr. Spade here, your Canadian professor of Call of Duty, and I have a little bit of a guest with me here today. Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
Yeah, my name is Faustus55. This is going to be my first commentary. It'll be kind of a little bit of an adventure for me, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is my Brother Spade. Kind of sounds kind of like a monk there, doesn't it? Have you working at the chapel tonight, maybe?
Well, you know, being in the medieval era, it's kind of like, oh, I gotta do the confessions and take care of the plague victims. It's really nasty business.
Yeah, I hear it is really nasty. But anyways, guys, I'd just like to talk quick about this gameplay. Playing a domination game on grid, and I did some pretty sweet theater mode edit stuff here. I wanted to go a little bit extra on this video. I actually edited this video about a month ago and just didn't get around to doing a commentary on it. I was waiting for a special topic, and I've got my guest here, my brother, and so that's that. So what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, you know, it's really cool how people nowadays get really into games at a very young age. So, I mean, when we started playing games, I must have been like 2, maybe even younger than that.
No, you were a little bit older than that. I think you were like 4.
Oh, I don't think so. When was MDK first out? That would have been, what, 95 at the earliest?
Yeah, well, we also had that game for a really long time, right? And I don't think you could sit up in a chair properly playing MDK.
Well, no, I mean, we'd have our dad holding my mouse with my hand on it, directing me what to do. But I mean, in essence, I was still playing the game.
Yeah, we used to have this little crammed office that we just sort of crammed our computer into and a whole bunch of books and everything. It was about the size of a cubicle. It really wasn't very big at all. And we used to play games in there, and we used to fit like 4 people in there crowded around a computer watching this one guy play games.
Yeah, it was actually an unrenovated bathroom. It was very, very tight.
And it never was finished. It was always unrenovated.
It turned into some sort of storage room.
Yeah, we just used it for my mom's teaching stuff, so...
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that was our first game, guys. That was MDK. That was our introduction to the gaming community, was the terrible game, if I remember correctly, MDK. I don't remember liking it very much.
It was pretty bad.
It was good for its time, but compared to something like Call of Duty now, which is the top-of-the-line game, it's just really not quite comparable.
Well, I mean, even for the time, if you're talking about mid-90s, and you're talking about Doom 2, Quake 2, even Quake 3 Arena, which was a fantastic game, by the way.
Oh, wasn't it? No, yeah, it was Quake 3 Arena. Yeah, we used to play that all the time. We got all these mods and all these different characters and different maps and stuff you could download from their websites. It was pretty cool. One of my favorite maps was actually the... What was it called? I think it was Obi-Wan's house or something like that.
Oh, yeah, it was one of those modded maps.
Yeah, and when you got on top of the little thing, you bounced off the couch, you got on top of the TV, and it said, camper in the living room, and you got the BFG, aka the big fucking gun.
Oh, so, and boy, was it ever a big fucking gun.
Yeah, so that was actually one of our second games, one of our next games. I don't really remember the order quite, really, but Quake was probably one of our biggest first-person shooter games. That was our biggest introduction to first-person shooters.
And still something that we actually play today, especially on school servers. It's very easily accessed through IP addresses.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't bring my laptop to school, but you bring your Mac, right? So
yeah,
that's all good. Well, when we were about 6 or 7. Well, I was 6 or 7. We got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, and that was new that year. And that was kind of our introduction to consoles. We took a break from PC gaming for a little while and started playing a lot of Mario Kart, Mario Party. Mario 64, I remember that game. That was a really fun game.
Super Mario?
Yeah, no, Mario 64, I said.
Mario 64?
That was the one where you jumped through the paintings and you
Super Mario 64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64. Amazing. Yeah, that was an amazing game. Also, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie. I think those two, though, yeah, that was pretty fun too. So
you got that new one, Nuts and Bolts, out for the Xbox.
Yeah, the arcade game. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna buy that though, because I'm the commander of the Xbox and you are my little underling.
Oh, that's totally true.
Yeah, I'm the one who dominates the Xbox. I'm the beast Call of Duty player. No, not that beast, but still pretty good. Anyways, what was our next game that we took a break from Nintendo 64 for a while, right?
Yeah, I got into Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament, the original, came out in '98. It really revolutionized multiplayer gaming, along with Battlefield 1942.
Yeah, Battlefield 1942. That was our first Battlefield game, and that along with Unreal Tournament, the original, we both got those around the same time. Battlefield 1942, I don't remember playing a whole lot. There was a campaign to that game, if I remember correctly. And
no, it wasn't really a campaign. It was just sort of a collection of missions that you played AI with. Sort of like how Brink is set up nowadays. so there wasn't a real definite storyline campaign.
Well, I haven't actually played Brink, but you played Brink today, right? How was that?
It was okay. It wasn't a phenomenal game. The way I compared it was very much like Killzone 3 for the PS3. It was alright. It didn't quite have the spunk that Call of Duty does. It was kind of lacking.
Yeah, definitely. So what we were talking about 1942, right?
Yeah.
So Unreal Tournament, those were both good games. Those were both played on PC, by the way. And another game that came out later that next year was Unreal Tournament 2002, if I remember correctly.
2003.
2003, right. And that was just a blast to play together co-op. We would just put on God mode, go into the enemy flag, because Capture the Flag was one of our favorite game modes in that. We would go into Capture the Flag, and we would run to the enemy base and just start getting monstrous kill. Ludicrous kill. Yeah, so we would put on God mode. Yes, we cheated. And to kill the guy at the end, was his name X or something like that? If I remember correctly. No, wait.
Malcolm.
The
most intense guy ever. You could tell he was some sort of marine or something.
No, there was that one guy that was a robot or something like that, and you had to fly around. You were on a spaceship going through space, like supernova speed or whatever, and you had to kill him. And what we did was we ended up killing him once, and then hiding underneath the spaceship where he couldn't get us.
And waiting for him to find us, and then get up.
Yeah, I can't remember what that was. Either Unreal Tournament 2003 or Unreal Tournament 2004. But both those games were really good. And then after that, did they bring out a 2005? I don't believe so.
No, they waited for a little bit, and then they came out with Unreal Tournament 3, which was supposed to be a continuation off the campaign storyline that they did Unreal Tournament 2, The Awakening.
Yeah.
Which we unfortunately never got around to playing. But the idea with Unreal 3 was to continue along the same storyline, but also add in the Unreal Tournament style gameplay for multiplayer. And they really did a good job on the Assault game mode for that, because that was something that they really lacked in 2003 was Assault.
Well, no, 2004 they brought it back too.
That's true. But they brought it back only in a couple of missions. I think it was like 5 missions that you had in total that you could play. And in number 3, they really expanded on that.
Okay, so yeah, we took a break from first-person shooters for a while there as well. We went into real-time strategy games and turn-based strategy games. One of the big ones that we first bought was our first real-time strategy game, which was Age of Mythology. And that was a pretty fun game, and that's what actually got us into Greek mythology. We're both really big fanatics on mythology, and Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology. And you're actually taking a course on that right now, aren't you, in high school?
Yeah, history is pretty cool.
Yeah, is it a difficult course, or is it pretty easy?
Oh, no, it's a walk in the park.
But it's interesting, right? So,
yeah.
Well, as long as it's interesting, everything's in walk in the park, right?
That's very true.
And what was Age of Empires? Yeah, that's right. We also played a lot of Age of Empires. We didn't play any of these games online, by the way, guys. We just played them co-op together and stuff like that because we weren't old enough. That was in quotations, by the way. You can't really see my hands, but that was in quotations. We weren't old enough to be on the internet, according to our parents. So, well, like, we could be on the internet, but not playing games on the internet.
Yeah, it wasn't until a couple years back that we actually got Xbox Live.
Yeah, so.
And making this possible.
Yeah, and what was, we also played, what was that game?
Civilization.
Yeah, Civilization. That was our final real kind of strategy game. So, anyways, guys, it looks like we're coming actually to the end of this video, unfortunately. That's not really our total history about what we've done. Maybe I'll do a second part of this at some point. Anyways, thanks for coming on. Faustus 55, and we won this game, guys. 200. I can't really see the score because it's pixelated on my computer. But anyways, would you like to say something to finish off?
Howdy.
Anyways, guys, peace out.